Welcome to the Event Answer Studio. Here are 5 tips to make a blossoming balloon tree from TUFTEX Balloons. Build up the base layer of the tree using 11-inch balloon quads. My first 2 quads are in this stone color so that the roots will be able to intertwine with these balloons. The rest of my quads will be in cocoa so that they'll blend in with the rest of the tree. By slowly shrinking the size of our quads down, we're defining the shape of the tree and creating a place to tie in our 260 balloons. About halfway up the tree, I'm going to switch over to wrapping the rest of the pole in 260 balloon pairs. Slip the nozzles of a 260 pair under one of the balloons of that topmost quad and attach a second pair on the opposite side. Twist the 260s around the stand, passing them from hand to hand until you reach the end of the shortest balloon. You're going to take the longest balloon, twist it at the same height as the shortest, cut the end off so it lets all the air out, and then wrap that longest balloon around the rest of them, pinching and holding them in place. Twist off the next longest balloon, release the air from it, and tie it to the tail end of the first balloon that we clipped. Tie off the other 2 tails so this top is nice and secure. Now we're going to be using quite a few 260 balloons tied into pairs, and to save time, I'm going to inflate the first 260 with 6 pumps of air, and then I'm going to tuck the nozzle of that balloon under my ring finger that's holding onto the hand pump while I inflate the second balloon to the exact same size. Now I'm going to tie the 2 nozzles together in a pair by wrapping the nozzles around and tying them in a simple knot. This way I'm only tying 1 knot instead of 3 to create each of my pairs. To give the bark of the tree a beautiful look, I'm going to wrap several 260 balloons around the base of the tree following the same path before I change directions. Starting at the back of the tree, attach a 260 pair by slipping it under one of the 260s that's already attached or around the nozzles of one of the round balloons. The nozzles of the 260 pair should be hidden from sight, and then we're going to gently wrap the 260 around the base in a slow spiral. Once you get to the end of the balloons, tie the remaining 260 tails in a knot and slip them under one of the round balloons to secure the end. Start the next 260 pair slightly higher than the first, but it will follow the exact same pattern as that first pair and attach it in a similar way. Once 4 or 5 pairs are attached along that same path, I'll look for anywhere there's still round balloons peeking out, and that's where I'll start the next couple 260 pairs to cover those up, but these I'm going to bend in a different direction to give our tree a unique shape. I love how soft and pliable the TUFTEX 260s are because I can bend them into any shape I need and I don't have to worry about them popping. This is especially important as I bend and weave them to create the roots of the tree. The blossoming canopy is made from clusters of 6 balloons. By having an assortment of clusters, some that are larger that include 11-inch and 1 17-inch balloon, and smaller clusters that are made up of all 11-inch balloons that progressively get smaller in diameter, we'll be able to define the shape of the canopy. Large clusters will give our tree a bubbly look, and small clusters will allow us to taper out at the edges of the tree, as well as fill in any gaps where we might need a little extra volume. To make our tree look like it's blooming, I'm going to add these 6-petaled flowers I made from 260 balloons, leaving the tail long so we can tie them easily into the tree. Selectively place the 260 flowers across the canopy of the tree. You don't have to cover every square inch in flowers. By just placing a few in key areas, we can imply that the tree is blooming without having to create dozens of extra flowers. If you'd like to see me build the whole design, check out my full tutorial over on the Event Answer YouTube channel. Thank you to TUFTEX for providing the balloons for today's project, and until the next time, remember, stay creative everybody!